Yo, what is going on, guys? Today, let's discuss the weather. Okay, so what I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but it'll be a fun fact for you guys if you guys like meteorology as myself. A cloud weighs 1.1 million pounds, which is equivalent to 100 elephants. Now, my question on this whole thing, if a cloud weighs 1.1 million pounds, how does that affect possible tornadoes then? Because, yeah, the power of wind can be extremely destructive, but does the weight of the cloud that the air is wrapping around, does that affect the possible damage possibly? Or because you get an EF5 tornado on the enhanced Fujita scale, it is what, 200 plus mile an hour winds, some clocked out over 300 miles an hour. Now, can that just be the possible wind speed, or can the destructive force be based off of maybe does the weight of the cloud impact it too, or you know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. I'm trying to think of an analogy for you guys, possibly. An elephant, right? Now, let's say there's a tornado. Let's say there's heavy winds, not even a tornado. And you have an elephant. The elephant weighs 2,000 pounds. Well, let's say you get hit by. You're in a house, and it's nothing but wind, no debris. It's just 200 mile an hour wind, right? What could go wrong? You know what I mean? Think about it. You have your roof gone, maybe some walls will come down, but now add the force of a 2,000 pound animal hitting your house. What would be the outcome? You know what I'm saying? Your house would be freaking destroyed. So my question to you guys, if you guys know the answer, I don't know if you guys will or not, can the weight of a cloud at 1.1 million pounds on average, or 100 elephants, can that impact the destruction of a tornado? Can that affect the power of it as far as not speed but damages go? Because something that heavy with a speed that fast, to me, that seems like it could do some pretty good damage, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But another thing about tornadoes that I wanted to let you guys know about too, as I was talking to my uncle about it a little while ago, is when I was younger, I was in a tornado. I think it was June of 1998. I was 5. I just turned 5, and excuse me, pardon me, guys. And we were down at his one cottage down in Lime Lake, which is out, I believe it's in Machias. And we were sitting there, it was beginning of June, school just let out, whatever. We were in elementary, or I was just starting elementary school that upcoming September. And we were sitting in his lake house, and all of a sudden it got because we were on the boat, it got really, really dark out in the shore, and there was lightning everywhere. It got dark. It was creepy. I think it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, mid-June, like beginning of June. It's still usually bright till about 9 o'clock at night, depending on what area you're from, depending on if you're more north or north-south. I'm from New York. So if you guys are from my area, like, not area, but from the United States, you'll know about what time it gets dark by you guys. Other countries that may differ due to, not necessarily time zone, but the altitude you're at and stuff like that. But no, I remember it was about 4 o'clock when the storm rolled in. And we were sitting in his, he had like a screen room kind of in the front of the, facing out toward the lake. And we were looking at his pontoon boat, and all of a sudden we started noticing the waves kept getting bigger and bigger. And the lake he was on was Lime Lake, which is out in Machias. And it was weird, because at that point I was terrified of thunder and lightning. If I heard thunder, if I saw lightning, I would cry. I'd cry like a bitch. I would cry like a bitch. I was terrified of it. I don't know if it was necessarily like how loud the thunder was, or was it the fact that the lightning was so bright, and when it contacted something, the boom it made, the crack it made, was just so loud and it hurt my ears or whatever. But I remember that was rolling through. Then all of a sudden it got like I said, it got super, super dark outside. The winds picked up tremendously. I remember my uncle and my aunt yelling, get under the stairs, get under the stairs. What's going on? I don't know what the hell's going on. I just turned 5. At that point, weather was just rain and wind, especially in Buffalo. We don't really get tornadoes a lot. And we'll get warnings here and there. We get severe enough weather, but it's not like it is out in the Midwest, like Oklahoma, Missouri, all them states. But why I'm mentioning this is I was talking to my uncle, and he does recall a tornado rolling through there. About 98 when we were out there with him. And the reason why I want to say I survived the tornado, because the street we were on, the way his lake house was set up, it was set off about 20 yards or so maybe from the street. When the tornado came down, it hit the street and it rolled right down the street. I mean, you could just see this black mass. It was, I think it was an EF1 or an EF0 or EF1. I know it wasn't too strong because it wasn't. It was more or less, it was just minor tree damage. I'm guessing it had to be an EF1. It had to have been. Maybe high EF1, low EF2, but I don't recall any like structural damage as far as like shingles and stuff or siding. There might have been, but like I said, I was young, so I don't really recall offhand. All I remember is the storm that came through. And remember, we got out after the storm passed over, and we were walking down the street. We walked down by the marina where the like little boat harbor where the boats go in, and well, what I remember about it is we were walking down. We were heading, I'm not mistaken, we were heading. Oh God, where was it? We were heading south, if I'm not mistaken, and we were coming down. There was this tree. The tree was probably, oh God, I want to say 50 or 60 meters tall. I mean, this thing was huge. It was well over 100 feet easy. And I remember just coming down, and the tree was gone. Like, it was just, the tree was down, completely, like a toothpick. And remember, we were sitting there, what the hell could that have been? Because we're all sitting in the house, whatever, it's just a strong thunderstorm, it was a strong squall, and it'd be over in a few minutes. It lasted about 10, 15 minutes, and it wasn't too bad. Like I said, I was screaming, I was crying, I was terrified of the whole storm concept back then, because I was little, Like all little kids are. Not very many little kids like thunderstorms. My nephew, on the other hand, he's 5. He's obsessed with thunder. We get a thunderstorm. Can I go out and watch? I would like the lightning. It's like, what? No one I know that young loves to watch thunderstorms. Ever. When I was his age, not a chance. I saw dark clouds coming in from the horizon, like over the lake where like a couple miles from the lake was. And I'm like, nope. Started crying right away. I don't know why. But, I went from being that little kid that was being a little bitch when it came to weather to becoming 24. And since I was about 18, I've wanted to chase tornadoes. I mean, pardon me, guys. I have a cough. But it's insane, though. It's like I survived the tornado when I was 5 years old. And not many people know about it due to the fact that I wasn't really sure. So I'm like, okay, I'll talk to my uncle, see what he says. And I survived the tornado. I know people are going to say, oh, you didn't really survive anything. You're not out in the Midwest United States where they get all the EF4s and stuff. It's like, regardless, it's still a tornado, though. I mean, I know people that have survived worse. My brother-in-law used to live in Florida, and he survived, what was it, hurricane? God, I can't remember what hurricane it was. It hit Fort Lauderdale a few years back. But I know that when Hurricane Sandy hit New York City, I know a couple of friends that went out there for vacation, and they didn't know the storm was coming, and they got stuck there for like 2 weeks. But it's insane, though. It's like, really? Like, how can something so destructive and so powerful be over so fast? That's why I brought up the question of, can the weight of a cloud impact the severity of a storm? Now, I don't know if there's any, like, head meteorologists out there or stuff like that, but what I want to do, if it's possible, I haven't checked into it yet, is what would happen if I emailed or sent a letter in, if you guys have the Weather Channel, Dr. Greg Forbes or Jim Cantori or Mike Bennett, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if? What if they found new research that clouds, like the weight of a cloud, can actually impact the severity of a storm? Because like I said earlier in the video, I mean, if something 1.1 million pounds, equivalent to 100 full-grown elephants, is just wind, there's got to be some other factor in there. There's got to be. I mean, think about it. The bigger the tornado, the more cloud you're getting, the more moisture content you're getting. And all a cloud is suspended water droplets, cloud droplets. So if that's the case, the big question is, can the weight of a cloud, or can a cloud in general, impact the severity of a storm just by knowing the weight and where it sits at average 1.1 million pounds? That's a big bitch. That's a big cloud. But no, guys, that was my question for the day. I want to make a video about it, how I survived the tornado when I was younger. If you guys have any questions about it or have any other, maybe have any answers, leave them in the comments below. I will be making another video hopefully hopefully this weekend. Right now it is Friday. It's August 4th. But I want to get back into it again, guys. I've been doing a bunch of housework and help my mom out. I haven't been feeling the best, and because I'm losing weight. Just the weather up here has been crazy. It goes from extremely hot and humid to really nasty downpours and really, really nasty weather altogether, to having like 50-degree nights. Like, that takes, especially in really bad sinuses like myself, it it takes a toll on your body and it makes you really tired really quick, which kind of sucks. But that's my video for the day, guys. I just wanted to drop it in there for you guys. And little fact of the day was how much a cloud weighs on average, about 1.1 million pounds. So, until next time, guys, peace!